Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video we are actually going to be talking about the Instagram creator account. A few questions that I always get about this account is how do you get it, is it necessary, and should I switch to this account? So if you guys are interested in finding out all of those answers, then keep on watching. So the creator account is basically an account on Instagram that you can pretty much choose to switch over to, and it's kind of similar to the Instagram business account, but this one is more so geared towards influencers and people who have content creation on their page. So one of the questions that I often get is, how exactly did you get the Instagram creator account? To be quite honest, I just got a random notification one day in Instagram and it asked me if I wanted to switch over to the creator account. I did not receive any prior warning. I didn't have to fill out anything. And as far as what actually qualifies you to get the creator account, I can't really say because it is still in beta testing, but from what it seems to be from like other people I've spoken to, it seems like if you do have at least 10K on your account, when you do have that swipe up feature, you are more, I guess, in line to be selected. So at the moment I am on a business account because I wanted to show you exactly where it is. But what you would basically do is you would switch over to like the little 3 dashes on your Instagram account, and then you would go over to settings. In settings, that's when you would go to account, and then it has the option where you could switch from a personal account on a creator account. So I'm just going to switch to a creator account. Now as you guys can see, it does show you exactly what the creator account looks like. I'm going to take a screenshot just so I can have it for this video, and it tells you everything that it promises. Then you would essentially click next, and then you would pretty much go into what it is that you do. So I'm going to pick entrepreneur because that's exactly what I am. Then you would click next. Now it also tells you that you have the ability to basically display category labels as well as contact information. So if you do decide that you want to take off that, if you want to take off the contact information, you could do all of that. Right now I'm just going to leave all that information down on there so that whoever's looking at my profile can see it. And then you basically click done, and then it says your creator account is ready, and that's pretty much that. Another question that I often get is, why exactly did Instagram come out with this account? So lo and behold, Instagram actually does listen to us, and it seems like a lot of influencers were reaching out and providing feedback saying that, you know, it's really hard to check my engagement, it's hard to gauge my reach, my DMs are all over the place. So with Instagram getting all this feedback, they figured that it was a good decision to keep influencers on the platform for longer by giving them something that would be easier for them to track all of their data and everything else. The question I often get is, who exactly is the Instagram creator account for? Well, according to Instagram, they're saying that the creator account is more so suited for public figures, content creators, artists, and influencers. So pretty much anybody who does engage in brand collaborations behind the scenes, where you're doing a lot of sponsorship and different things with brands, they're saying that this is supposed to be the best account for people in that particular field. Now, one of the biggest things that came out with the whole Instagram creator account is essentially the Creator Studio online. And this is something that you can access from your desktop. Now with the Creator Studio, it's supposed to be linked with Facebook, and you can view it basically on your desktop. You can see all of the information on who you're reaching, your engagements, your followings, your unfollowings, pretty much everything. When you know your Instagram audience is online, it gives you a rundown on every single thing that you would like to see essentially on your desktop. I'm actually going to do a screen recording so you guys can see exactly what the Creator Studio is for yourself. So the way that you actually access your Creator Studio is through your Facebook account. If you guys do want the link to how you can actually get to the Creator Studio from your desktop, I will leave it down below in the description box. But essentially it is linked to your Facebook account. So all you would do is pretty much sign in with your Instagram account, you link it to your Facebook, and then you have the Creator Studio. So as far as how it looks, it's cool. I'll give it that. It definitely looks cute. I would say that you should look at it as like a content library, and that's exactly what it does say here. So like I said before, it does have all of your videos, it has all of your photos, it has your carousel, your stories, and it also has information on your Instagram TV posts as well. So you could pretty much see all the different hashtags that you made. You can see when it was posted, you can see the comments, the likes, everything like that. If you wanted to actually open it up, you could see the performance where it gives you all that information like you would on a regular business account. And the good thing about it is that you can go for like the last 7 days, 28 days, the month, the quarter, and you can pretty much get a rundown on everything that you have uploaded to the Instagram platform. Now, when it comes to your insights, it's helpful because it allows you to see exactly how you are doing. So it tells you like if there's been any actions on your account, it tells you about your profile views, your call to actions, how many people have been visiting your website, different things like that. And they do have like a little area where you hover over it, explains everything. It also gives you a rundown on your reach, so it lets you know if you should be posting more. It tells you what kind of content that you should be posting and so on. So you can see all of that. You can also see the impressions that you get for every single month, quarter, whatever, for the last 7 days like this one is showing. And then it also shows you your audience information as well. So the good thing about it is that it tells you the gender of your audience. You can see everything by age. You can see by age and gender at the same time. It tells you exactly when your followers are most active on Instagram. It also tells you the day and the hour as well. So the grid is actually pretty cool because it does show you exactly when it's like the brightest, when obviously people are going to be on there. As I said before, it also shows you the countries that people are in, the cities, everything like that. And honestly, that's pretty much about it. That's everything that it does show you on here. I don't really think that there's anything else that you can really see, but just know that if you ever wanted to go back and see a story post, maybe save something for like maybe some content you're working on, you can definitely access it right here because everything is right here in your content library, aka your creator studio. Now, another thing that I wanted to show you guys is basically a look into my DMs. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I was kind of like confused because I wasn't sure what would go where, but essentially you have 3 different categories for your DMs here. They have a primary one where it's like, that's where the brand collaborations, that's where the sponsorships and everything else, and they're really important people, they would go in that folder. And then you also have a general folder where, let's say if you're getting DMs about, like I said, your hair, your makeup, your lipstick, that's where you would put everything there. Now, they also have one more folder where it would be the request box, and this is usually a box where, say if a brand is contacting you for the first time, or if somebody new from your audience is reaching out for the first time, it will show as a request. So that's the 3rd box, and that's all the way to the right hand side. So what I would do is I would just click on the request box, and then this looks like this is actually a brand request, so it will actually ask you where you want to place it. So I'm going to put accept, and then it's going to show you exactly where you would put it. Would it be in the primary one or would it be in the general one? And based on that, that's how you would be able to differentiate where you want your DMs to go. Now, after seeing all that information, I'm sure the final question you guys have is it worth switching over to the creator account? And if I'm being entirely honest, I really don't see what the hype is. Now, I'm going to start with the positives first, and I only do have really like one positive thing with the creator account, and I feel like that's being able to actually get like detailed insights on seeing exactly what you posted on a particular day and being able to track your analytics. And I feel like that information is helpful because as a content creator, I want to know if I'm doing something that my audience doesn't like, because if I don't have any information on it, I can't change it. Now, let's talk about some of the cons with the creator account, or just different things I really didn't see a big deal about. Number 1 would be the simplified messaging. They say it's supposed to be simplified, but when I first started out, I had no idea what I was doing. So I was kind of like throwing my DMs everywhere. That's just another extra step that I have to do. And when you already get so many DMs, it's just like so hard to want to go and track other things. Another reason why I say that I don't really feel like the simplified messaging is the best is because a lot of the time I've noticed that I've gotten DMs from people and I never got a notification on Instagram at all. Like, I would literally have to check all 3 of those folders to see if I got any DMs, and I feel like that's just adding more time into my day that I really don't want to dedicate to DMs. The next con that I have would be the actual creator studio that you can use on your desktop. For one, Instagram never told me like, hey, you could go, you know, access this information on your desktop. I feel like it would be useful if they did tell people about it, but in the same sense, I don't really feel like that information is all that different from what you can do in your phone. I can't really see why that would be helpful, unless maybe if you are a marketing agency and maybe you do need to, you know, do that type of work for our clients. But for quote unquote influencers, a creator account, I don't see how that really does help, but I guess it's good that it is available if you do need to use it. So my final thoughts on the creator account is, if you don't have the option, you're really not missing out on much, because you can get the same demographics and everything else pretty much just with a regular business account. You're not missing that much information. I switched back to a business account mainly because I did not like that DM function. I feel like Instagram is trying to move in the direction of trying to monetize the platform. So if they are going to, you know, allow that to creators so that they can actually make revenue off of their content, I would definitely switch back to the creator account, and as well as providing actual analytics and different detailed information that a business account can't give you. But other than that, I am cool with my business account and I switch right back over to that. Let me know if you had the option to switch over to a creator account and if any of the new features or functions were actually helpful for you. If you guys do want to see more of my videos on Instagram and different things like that, be sure to watch the videos over here. And with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching and I will see you all in the next one. Bye, guys.